guys, welcome back to Alleyways, or if it's your first time here, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe and turn on post notifications so you know when I have new content. I want to give a special thank you to my friends at It's Personal for this incredible custom Disney t-shirt that I got to wear in my video today. They have incredible designs available or can do custom looks for you for your upcoming Disney vacation. Make sure you head to the link in the description box down below to check out their work. So for today's video, I'm going to be discussing the pros and cons of all the transportation options available from Orlando International Airport to the Disney Cruise Line Terminal in Port Canaveral. Before we begin, you should know that Disney Cruise Line states that they open their terminal to arriving guests on departure day at 11 a.m. However, before sailing, you'll be required to complete online check-in, and during this process, you're going to be assigned a port arrival time. You and your party need to make a plan to make the 45-minute trip from the airport to the terminal by your port arrival time. Now, there are four main transportation options you can use to get to the terminal. Number one, Disney's Magical Express. Number two, a rental car. Number three, private transfers. Or number four, rideshare. So transportation option number one, Disney's Magical Express. This is the official Disney Cruise Line transportation option. So the Magical Express is a Disney-themed bus that takes passengers from MCO to the cruise line terminal. The Magical Express includes complimentary luggage delivery from the airport to the cruise ship. Now what this means is before departing your home airport, you're going to attach luggage tags sent to you from Disney Cruise Line, check your bags with the airline from your departing home airport, and then you will see those bags again when they are delivered to your stateroom on board the ship. A rep with Disney Cruise Line will get your bags from baggage claim, put them on the Magical Express, deliver them to officials at the port who will then take them to your stateroom. All you have to do is go to Disney's Magical Express on Side B, Level 1 Ground Transportation in Orlando. The Magical Express costs $39 per person each way. During your trip, you're going to enjoy Disney content on televisions inside the bus, and it's going to be a very easy process. So what are some of the pros of the Magical Express? For starters, ease. All you have to do is tag your bags at your home airport, and then you're going to see them again at your cabin on the ship. You don't have to worry about wrangling them, getting them from baggage claim, getting them on a bus, onto the ship. You just allow Disney Cruise Line reps to take care of all of that for you. Another pro is you get the full Disney experience. So you're going to make the most of this 45-minute trip from the airport to the cruise line terminal. It's going to be fun. You're going to be watching Disney content. You're going to be on a Disney-themed bus, and it really does help to get your vacation off to a great start. Some of the cons that I see, for starters, cost. This is one of the most costly transportation options, so you need to bear that in mind. Another con is that it could potentially delay your arrival to the port. So once you get on the Magical Express, you will have to wait for it to be full and loaded for the other passengers that are scheduled to travel with you, and that sometimes can lead to delays. Also, as a word of caution, make sure that you have everything that you need in your carry-on bag if you're planning to take the Magical Express. You won't see your luggage until later that afternoon in your cabin, and you're going to want things like swimsuits and sunscreen on you so you can go ahead and be enjoying the pool in the ship. Alright, moving on to option number two, renting a car. Now, the majority of major rental car companies do have locations at both MCO and in the area surrounding the terminal. On average, for a party of 3 or more as of January 2020, a rental car is going to run you over $100. Don't forget that when you're traveling in Florida, you also need to budget to get an e-pass. Now, if you do this with the rental car company, that's traditionally going to be around $10. If you don't, you need to be prepared with change for tolls along the way. Another thing that you need to consider is you either need to budget in time to refuel the vehicle before dropping it off, or prepare to pay that fee with the rental car company. After you make the 45-minute drive down to the port, you're going to need to drop off your car at the return location, and then you're going to wait for a shuttle from that location to the cruise terminal. Be prepared to wait. Sometimes shuttles can take quite a bit, and you're also going to want to budget a tip for your shuttle driver and a porter at the cruise terminal. Now, while this option is going to give you the chance to maybe get there earlier or on your own schedule, it can be a bit of a headache. Like I said, you're going to have to budget in for an e-pass, for refueling, for time for the shuttle, for tips for your shuttle driver, and a porter at the cruise terminal. So you want to take all of this into account when making your decision. Moving on to option number 3, rideshare. Now, the Orlando International Airport has 3 main rideshare options available to customers. Number 1, Uber. Number 2, Lyft. And number 3, traditional taxi service. All of these options include a $5.80 airport pickup fee. Now, after you get off your flight, what you're going to do is follow the signs to ground transportation and baggage claim. You're going to order your car in the app, making sure that you have the correct baggage allowance. When you're ready, walk outside and look for passenger pickups or a designated area labeled TNC/rideshares. Notify your driver of your location and call or message them with information like terminal, door number, anything else that will help them locate you. The price of a rideshare transport will vary depending on your party size and the amount of luggage, and larger cars are typically going to be more expensive. However, when booking in advance for a party of 4 or more people, it's traditionally around $60 before tip. However, you're going to need to be prepared for things like surge pricing or having to get a larger car to suit all of your baggage and party. So, pros and cons of a rideshare transportation option. One of the pros is you're on your own schedule. You can get to the port on your own time. You don't have to wait for a bus to fill up or a shuttle to depart. Your schedule will be your own. Another pro is cost. So this is going to be a lot more affordable, especially for smaller parties. I would definitely say if you are a couple going on a Disney cruise or a smaller family, rideshare is going to be a really great affordable option for you. Some of the cons are it's going to be difficult to budget ahead of time for a rideshare option because you can never really estimate when you might hit surge pricing or what kind of cars are going to be available to accommodate you, your party, and your baggage. Keep all this in mind as you plan for your transportation on rideshare. Transportation option number 4, private transfers. Now this is our final and, in my opinion, best all-around transportation option. There's a lot of companies that offer private transfer in the Orlando and in the Port Canaveral area. Some that I have personally traveled with and had wonderful experiences with are number 1, JNB Shuttle, number 2, Angels Transportation, and number 3, Happy Hour Shuttle Service. Now with a private transfer company, you're going to book online or over the phone in advance. That's going to include your payment. Now you can expect for a party of 4 to 6 people on average to pay $150 each way for a private transfer. Once you pay over the phone, you can even pay a gratuity. All you have to do is show up in Orlando, meet your driver. They're going to have a sign with your party's last name. They'll help you with your bags to their car, and they're going to drop you off right at the port where a porter from Disney Cruise Line will help you get your bags on the ship, and then you can prepare to embark. Now, there are a number of reasons why I view this as the best transportation option, and number 1 is the price. So for about the same amount as rideshare or a rental car, you're going to have a great transportation option, but everything is going to be fixed in advance, so you're not going to be subjected to hidden fees on a rental car or surge pricing with rideshare. Number 2 is everything is done in advance. You're not going to have the hassle of waiting in a line like you would for a rental car or the unreliability that rideshare can sometimes offer. You're going to know who your driver is, when they're going to show up, where you're going to meet them, how much everything is going to be, and it's going to be paid for before you even arrive on site, so you don't have to spend time and effort taking care of payment then. Number 3 is there's no lines and there's no waiting. Like we've already hinted, sometimes with a rental car, you wait 30 to 45 minutes just at the counter. Sometimes with rideshare, you're going to wait a while to get a driver that's going to fit your party size. And definitely with something like the Magic Express or larger shuttle services, you're going to have to wait for the entire shuttle to fill up before you can depart. With a private transfer, everything is on your schedule and you leave as soon as your party is ready. And last but certainly not least, is just the ease that a private transfer offers. So everything's going to be taken care of in advance. You're not going to worry about having to make payment, waiting in lines, waiting for a shuttle to fill. Your driver's going to find you, they're going to help you with your luggage, and they're going to get you to the port on time and on your schedule. Alright, that does it for today's video. I hope you guys found this information helpful. I know there's so many logistics to consider when you're planning your cruise vacation, and my goal today was just to make this a little bit easier for you. As always, if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section down below, and I'll see you next time here on Alleyways.